Here we go. We're back. Hi, everybody. It's Uncle Bruce here. We're here for the last hour of trading. It's 3 o'clock Eastern Time. We got 1 hour to go.
We're
we have,
back. Hi, everybody.
We got a mute button right there. We're up 344 points on the Dow, and we're there we go. And we're up 39 on S&P. We're up 178 on Nasdaq. Oil turned around, up $1.04. It was down $1.50 this morning. Little turnaround there. We're watching our faves to see what these shares are going to do today. We are definitely getting caught up in the upwave for most of our shares, but some of them have faltered a bit. First of all, winner chicken dinner, Rocket Lab, with that announcement they made last night after the bell. Another partnership with NASA to start launching these satellites that use these sails to, I think, catch photons or something from the sun and it go into deep space with these sails. It's quite unique. Rocket Lab 1534 is the price of the stock today. Right at the moment, right now, up $1.34. The high of the day 1591. That was just after 10 o'clock this morning. The low of the day, I think, was just after the opening at 1465. We're now at 1536, up $1.36. We've been holding pretty well here. Volume 7.89 million shares. Good day on Rocket Lab. SoFi, the Enigma. We started off hot. We were up 17. We were at 1709 within seconds of the opening. 1709. Couldn't hold 1709. Not for all the tea in China. We backed off to 1670 a share pretty quickly. Stayed in that neighborhood. Did have a rally back to, looks like, about 1691. That was around 11:30 today. And then we hit a low just before 1 o'clock of about 1663 with another rally up to 1678. And it's been downhill ever since. We're now at 1654, the low of 1648 today. We've bounced up 6 cents from the low here, but we're not setting the house on fire, as it were. Down 7 cents, 1655 right now, 11.38 million volume. But not reports, but positive articles about the company keep coming out. Just keep coming again and again and again and again. There are more and more and more positive articles about the company coming out all the time. Talking $25 a share, 23, 28, always 50% more. Still coming up. That's the last on SoFi so far. Latest. GameStop, $1.76 on the plus side, 172.84. Volume 880,000 shares. Real quiet day here on GameStop. The low was this morning's opening, right off the get go. 170.54. They kind of confirmed that low around 10:20 in the morning. The high 175.13. We haven't even had a $5 range on the stock today. It's been very tight. 172.84, up $1.76. That's where we're at. Matterport, big winner, 1984 right now, up $1.57. Looking good. Volume here, 5.2 million. The stock was as low as 1845. That was on the opening. Around noon today, just around noontime, we hit the high of the day, 2050. We backed off a little bit, came back down to about maybe, what would we say, 1957. So it kind of gave up $1. Took about an hour to do it. And now it's come back up again. So from 1950 to 1982, inching back to the $20 mark. We might well get through there. The latest headline 5 hours ago says Matterport enables Cushman and Wakefield to digitize commercial property listings worldwide. Global commercial real estate firm realizes 53% cost savings with Matterport capture services in less than a year. This is huge. They announced that Cushman & Wakefield, one of the world's largest firms, has successfully adopted Matterport capture services to digitize its global property portfolio and more effectively market its listings across 21 countries. The fully managed solution provides Cushman & Wakefield agents with the ability to seamlessly access Matterport's global capture technician ecosystem to scan properties and create dimensionally accurate and photorealistic digital twins for clients to virtually walk through anytime, anywhere. Sounds kind of high tech, doesn't it? The scalability of capture services has enabled Cushman and Wakefield to digitize more than 1,000 commercial properties across the world in less than 12 months in the middle of the pandemic, by the way, and realize a 53% cost saving using the global network of Matterport capture technicians. Since 2015, the firm has digitized 33 million square feet of properties using a combination of in-house Matterport Pro 2 cameras and now capture services. That's pretty good. I'd say that's a positive announcement. The stock's doing well, up to 1977 right now, 1970 through 1980 range, up a buck and a half, 5.2 million shares. Go Matterport, go. Going to go for 20 again. 23andMe down 20 cents at $7.80, enough to pull your hair out. I've done that already a few times, as you can see, so I haven't got any more to go. We're off 20 cents here, low of the day on 1.39 million shares. Absolutely no news, no update, no nothing going on. Very quiet. Stocks of 780. We got nothing here to tell you about. Unfortunately, they're being very quiet today. Over at SmartRent, the folks that know how to run homes. By the way, I gotta tell you, this condo I'm in, I'm not sure if it's connected to SmartRent or not, but I'm going to tell you something. I got a little high tech thing here. In the hallway is the thermometer to set the temperature in the condo. Now, this condo, there's a building. The building that this condo in has 4 condos side by side, like townhouses. We have the garage at the front, the units back here. And so each unit has its own air conditioning unit on the roof. And so when you turn this thing on, you hear this big unit go gong as it starts up. It's old school. Very effective, very powerful, but not as efficient as the new stuff. The other thing that this condo doesn't have, that I think SmartRent new homes do have, is I kind of get the impression that SmartRent can somehow regulate temperatures in each room, where we can't do that with this condo. It's at 72 degrees for the whole condo or not. 75 degrees, 70 degrees, 80 degrees, whatever you set it for. Anyway, this unit here, the little setter, the thing that you turn to set the temperature, if it's 75 degrees now, and I want it to come down to 72, as I turn the dial, it tells me how long it's going to take to get there, how many minutes. Very smart. I'd never seen it like that before. Of course, I've been in Creston, British Columbia, a little small town in the middle of nowhere. So, a fire log on a campfire is a high-tech way to heat your house in my old neighborhood. Anyway, just saying. I thought that was kind of cool. But anyway, SmartRent, they're up 5 cents a share today. That's about it. We're a low of 12.53, a high of 12.82, 29-cent gap today between low and high. So we got the old expression, there's a nada going on here. There's nothing happening, man. There's nothing going on. All right. 417,000 on SmartRent. Very quiet day. Spire. There is volume going on, or stuff going on. Only 1.6 million traded. That's the problem. The shares after the opening, right around 10 in the morning, just before 10 in the morning, hit 664. Then they came back into this 620, 30 range. They hit another high of 651 just around afternoon hour. And that was the last time we saw good times. It's been downhill ever since. We're in a negative now. We're down 1 penny right now. The low of 610. We were down 9 cents on the day for the worst of it. We're at 618 right now, 1.6 million shares. There's all I've got on that stock right now. ATIP up 13 cents to $3.65 a share. I have no news that I can point to you at. I wish I could. Volume of 264,000 shares. We are awaiting a new CEO. We wait. The stock started low and went up right at about, just around 1 o'clock today. It looks like it hit its high of 370. That was the high today. Right now, 365. We're down a nickel away from the high today. The low today, 354. The high, 370. 16, 17, 15 cent range. That's it. That's all. ATIP. Sextera up a dime at 878. It too hit its high around the 1 o'clock mark. $8.99. It tickled $9. Couldn't break it. And $8.99 was the high on Sextera. Um, right now, 8.78, up a dime on the day on 284,000 shares. That's all I've got. No news today. Nothing being said anywhere. AMC. This stock, I think, started a negative just a little bit at the opening. It was down to a 36.60 at the opening, but then rallied, hit the high around 11, and then again around 12ish, somewhere around 12:30. Hit a high of 38.55 today. At the moment, 37.68, 90 cents off that high. About. It's up 85 cents on 32.9 million. That is light volume for this stock. If this stock is going to have good runs, it's got to do 60 to 100 million a day or more. And 32.9 million does not bode well. But we're up 87 cents today. Robinhood down 17 cents, has gone into the red after being positive for the most part, hitting a high around 1 o'clock of 42.84, but now at 41.89 in the red. Vanik Vectors up all day, has been up all day. 441 gain on Vanik to 258.50. Home Depot in the green all day. 780 on the upside right now. 338. Been positive all day. IBM has been flirting. Pluses and minuses. Plus, we were up on the opening. We went down to 141.55. Now we're at 141.93. We're down 43 cents after a few good days in a row, but ultimately the shares are just not performing very well. It was only like back in June we were sitting at prices 151 or so. I figured we go higher than that. 152 for the year high. Have not been able to match it. The spinoff is coming. The stock split is coming. There's developments coming. No one's talking about details, timing, exact timing, nothing. No record date yet. We still don't know. Okay, we'll see. Down 43 cents. The Dow up 391 points right now. S&P up 44. NASDAQ up 189. The Dow's up 1.1%. S&P up 1.02%, and NASDAQ up 1.3%. So they're all holding their own. They're doing very well. The Dow's come off a bit from its high of the day, but it's a good day overall. Microsoft has reflected the Dow all day with a gain. Right now up 241 a share. Microsoft is back to 295. Apple up $1.67 a share to 143. Tesla hitting 800 right now, 800 a share right at this moment, up $17 a share today, up to $800. Bed Bath Beyond up 92 cents to $15.34. That's come down by 50% in the last month. BlackBerry $9.66, up 30 cents. Royal Caribbean down to $88.82, down $1.25. The low was $88.53, so 30 cents above its low of the day. It is under pressure today. How long that will last is anyone's guess, but this stock is overpriced at these prices. Norwegian is down. Carnival's down. Royal Caribbean's down. Goldman Sachs holding a gain of 319. Now, Goldman got much higher than this. Right now, it's 391.24 this moment. It was at 397.80 earlier today. Held that level for about 3 hours, from like 10, 11, 12 o'clock. But then it gave it up after that 1 o'clock range. It started to slip, I guess, in tandem with the Dow slipping a bit. All right, fair enough. A low of 390, 390.42. That must have been set in the last half hour. Now we're back to 391.26. So we've come back about 80 cents. Still holding a 321 gain. Trading at 7.18 times earnings. 7.18 times earnings. Cheap. Okay. If it were to trade at 8 times earnings, you realize the stock would have to go up over 10%. It would be like $430, and it would only be trading 8 times earnings. Just to kind of put in perspective, 8.8 times earnings, another 10% run on $470, $480 a share. I mean, this thing is so cheap. Anyway, Amazon up $52 at $3,314. We were down to $32.83 first thing this morning, and we have piled it on. Wow, this thing has really done all right. Been a good day today. Up $52. Facebook down $229. just turned negative about an hour ago. Google is up $46. JP Morgan up $1. Costco up $5. Walmart up $1.70 higher. Cisco 55.18 up 124. Walt Disney up 272. Yeah, so it's mostly green, with a few exceptions, but that's how this market operates. 15.22 on Rocket Lab, up $1.22. SoFi 16.46 down 16 cents, 17 cents. GameStop 129 to the good. Matterport 1984. What were you doing in 1984? 1984. I was 29 in 1984. Branch manager and VP of a brokerage firm. I had a lot of titles as a 29-year-old. That was crazy. Young city at that time for Calgary. Anyway, 1984, now 1982. Up 156. ME down a quarter. Smart Rent up 4. Spire down 2 cents to 6.17. ATIP up 12 cents and Sextera up 11. That is where we're at right now with this market today as we follow it for the last 44 minutes until we shut her down for the day. You're welcome to join me if you have any questions. How are you doing on your options trading? Are some of you making options moves today? Are some of you winning in the options market? Are you taking on new positions? Are you happy with some of the trades you were able to make with your options the last couple of days? Let me know. Be kind of curious to see how all that is going for you. Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go to members only on the chat. That's what we do here. We thank you, all of you who are here today. As always, of course, we love it that you're all here. You're able to watch and observe for no charge whatsoever. If you'd like to participate in the chat, ask me any particular questions about the market, fire away. As a member, you're good to go. We'll try to answer as best I can any questions you might have. Thank you, all of you who are members of this channel, the backbone of Stock Markets with Bruce. I thank you, each and every one of you, for being here. Those of you who are subscribers, I thank you too. We love having the subscriber count. If you can come on in and join up, that would be beautiful. We love you for that. If you're a member, though, remember this. I will do updates from time to time. I did one this morning before the opening to alert everyone about the latest news on Rocket Lab. Not sure if all of you saw that message. You can give me a thumbs up if you get it, or not, doesn't matter. But a bunch of you did notice the word that came out, the info. As I say, we like to, or at least I like to, try to update you as much as I can with breaking news on the markets. So thank you all for following me here. I do appreciate it. All right, well, let's see here. We have 103 thumbs ups. Thank you for that, everybody. Appreciate that. If you're able to throw a thumbs up our way, that would be great. I'm going to throw in some emojis here. I'm going to throw in some emojis because that's what members can do. We'll start with the neat emojis because we got to get the market moving here. So get this market going higher, and we want these stocks to go straight up. Here we go. Here they go. And I figured today I'm going to throw in a couple curling rocks because you never have enough curling rocks. Down in the U.S., a lot of my friends in the U.S., they don't have curling rocks handy. Here on this channel, we have curling rocks, and you're invited to throw them up there. Throw up some curling stones, and let's get this market going. Right to the button. To the button of wealth. How about that? Farragon is throwing up some ketchup. Thank you, buddy. There you go. Lovely. Welcome one, welcome all. It's nice to see you here, everyone. Nice of you to join me. Jennifer and I are here in Palm Desert, California. It's a little overcast today, but it's a warm overcast. So not complaining. Fantastic. The credits average says, neat. I bought back a few contracts. I made a few bucks. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. So there you go. I bought back my GameStop covered call for a small profit, but still a profit, says Aurora. There you go. And I did just a few days ago. You have to apply for options trading. Right on. And what else is going on? Let's see. Yeah, Brian, I don't know anything about this really in today's market. I just don't. I don't know if it makes any real difference to this market. Do you know anything about direct registering your shares and the pros and cons? Back in your day, I know when you bought a share, you literally had the paper. Were you a broker when it changed? Yeah, when I was a broker, you could still register your shares, and you could have share certificates sent to you. I remember there were times where I would have a client that would be that I knew would be a friend of a promoter, and a client would say, "Listen, I want to buy 20,000 shares of blah blah blah," and they'd give me a buy order, and they'd pay for the shares, no problem at all. And then they would register the stock, and we would deliver certificates to the client. They'd come to the office, and we'd have a coffee. We'd hand them the envelope with the share certificate. And what the strategy was at that time is that this the client would now have a share certificate. The client could now lend the stock if he wanted to, through a bank or through any kind of arrangement. And sometimes they would take the certificate to their banker, and they would deliver it in trust to their banker in lieu of a loan for whatever they needed. Other times, I knew that these guys, some of my clients, they would hand these certificates over to promoters, and they would say, here's 25,000 shares that I bought on the open market. They're not coming back at you. They're not going to be shorted at you. So you can keep promoting the stock, not worrying about these 25,000 shares. Well, some promoters would know 100 different guys, girls, but mainly men. And collectively, over months, the promoter would gobble up shares, cheap, not much going on with the stock. He would get individuals to gobble up shares in their names. And the strategy would be just to tighten up the float, tighten it up. And the certs would end up in a safety deposit box with the promoter. And the company would come up with all kinds of positive press and all kinds of news and all kinds of potential, and shares would start to move, and there would be the inevitable haters looking around to borrow stock, to short stock, and they couldn't find any because all the certs had been for weeks and months gobbled up by friends and associates of the promoter, who is a friend of the president of the company. Through an indirect means. And back in the day, this is the 70s and the 80s, you can't do this anymore. Theoretically, can't do it theoretically. Although I don't know if the SEC will do anything about it. But back in the day, this would be how you would tighten up a market, and you would just have stock disappear off the street. And any certs that would trade, you better have them if you're a seller, because if you don't have them, you're getting called. Because as this promoter kept bringing more buyers to the table, share certificates would be ordered up, and if you didn't have them, you had to buy them back. And anyone who shorted the stock could borrow it, would have a problem. And that was then. This is now. But I don't know about the today thing. I don't know about this now thing anymore. All digital. Don't know if you can do it. Anyway, Nelson is saying, "Hey, good afternoon, Bruce. If you don't recognize me, I had to change my name. I was getting too many profile views on LinkedIn, but I'm here." Wow. Welcome, Nelson. I'm glad you could make it. Nice to have you joining us today. And there you have it. Frumbler, last time I wrote a covered call for GameStop, it went up $15 right after that. So strategy, Frumbler, is that you buy call options for this Friday, just out of the money, a couple of bucks on the side first. Then you turn around and write a call option for next week, Friday, all right, a little out of the money, causing it to go up $15 a share. You cash in on your call that you bought, you make your money there, and then you write out the other one. I mean, if it's true, the stock goes up every time you do this. This is what you got to do. I'm just trying to help you. This time I'm thinking of waiting for a run up to write a call. There you go. Cheddar is laughing. Robert, Bruce, when you chose Spire, when you ultimately viewed the world of stocks out there, and you, with your ultimate wisdom and years of experience, decades of experience, chose Spire to be a chosen stock among your flock of stocks. Did you compare the company to Black Sky? Another geospatial intelligence services, which also was a SPAC when it went public this year. Just wondering, did you or did you not compare the company to somebody else? No, I did not. I looked at Spire and I liked what I saw, and I liked the deal, and I liked how cash rich it was with the SPAC financing and with the additional financing. Um, and that's how I chose it. I just like what I saw. Adam, I figured if the Nasdaq was having a good day, SoFi would also have a good day. Is this the work of shorts? I mean, come on, Bruce. Why is it that the Nasdaq has a good day and SoFi is down 18 cents? I mean, what's with the disconnect here? Well, folks, remember, SoFi is not part of the S&P 500 index. It's not part of the it's not part of the Nasdaq index. It's not part of any index really. It might be part of a sub-index here and there, but it is not a dominant company that dominates the market anyway and is a part of an index. There's no guarantee that just because a stock index goes up that your stock will go up with an index. There's no guarantee. It's an overall. I'll put it this way: if the stock markets are up, Nasdaq, S&P, and Dow, well, that's an overall general feeling of euphoria, optimism in the future. Pessimism is being kept to a minimum, but it doesn't pertain to every single stock out there at the same time. It's not how this works. It's not fair. It's not right. Not just. I don't like the fact that SoFi is down today. I'm the least happiest guy. I like the opening today a lot. I like the pre-market a lot today on SoFi. Really liked it, but it is what it is, and it's doing what it's doing. So there you have it. Welcome to the market, where sometimes things don't always make sense, and a guy who speaks in plain English can come in handy. Just the way it is. From you have my luck, broski. Hi, Bagel Bites. Hi, Liz. Thanks, Uncle Bruce and the family, for all the advice. I really appreciate it. Frumbler, we do what we can for you. Bruce, can't let SoFi close above 1650. We can't let it happen. I don't know why that is. Pissed those strikes got added because it's sat between 15 and 16 forever. I don't know what that means either. I have no idea. Why would I want that stock not to go up? I have no idea. Rocket Lab 1545 up $1.45. Come on, Rocket Lab. Let's go higher, please. SoFi down 16. Like I said, it's 1%. I guess GameStop up $1.60. Matterport up a 155 to $19.81. Sure like to see that break 20. Wouldn't that be great? And just keep right on going. ME down 23 to 777. Very frustrating. We were in the nines last week. We've got Smart Rent sitting here at. We have Smart Rent sitting here at 1262. Frustrating. Don't mind me, folks. I'm adjusting my set. I'm still adjusting my set here. I'm trying to make things work for you and me and everybody. And it used to be a lot easier. Now it's not that easy anymore. And I still can't get my exact layout the way I want it. And we have issues all over the place as I try to give you the best possible service I can while these markets are doing, as my devices are just I just don't like how they're sitting here. You have no idea of the technicalities that are behind the screen here. The technicians that I have. It is crazy. There we go. It used to be a lot easier, but it's not that easy anymore. Anyway, there you go. I guess. Sure don't like this. Anyway, there it is. Welcome. What else is going on here? Hey, Uncle Bruce. Liz wants to know, anything changed on the Sextera fundamentals, or does it just take some time? Yeah, I have no new news for you on the fundamentals. It does take time. These 8 companies that used to be SPACs that are now publicly traded companies, they are all busy as beavers doing their thing. They're not taking holidays. They're not going on cruises. They're very busy people. They are doing deals left, right, and center. They're running their businesses. They're expanding their businesses. They're negotiating deals. And sometimes you negotiate 10 deals before you make one. It's just the way it is. There are people out there who want to make a deal with you, but it's not a good deal for you, so you don't close the deal. Sometimes you propose a deal to someone else that's a great deal for you, but not a good deal for them. It varies, and in the meantime, we're here, we're waiting, and we're hoping. There's not much more we can do. We have to just be patient, and there it is. We're up 387 on the Dow. That's a good thing. We're up 44.93 on the S&P. That's a good thing. We're up 188 on Nasdaq. Another good thing. So we'll take it. We'll take good, and let's see if we can make it go better from there. Okay. Let's see. Rudy, Uncle Bruce, what's up with Spire? Is this pulling an ATIP condemned to the $6 range for eternity? Well, it's been 3 days. Is this an eternity? Maybe it feels like it. I'm holding 750 calls for February. $1.70 is what I paid for them, and I got a $6 call for May at 175. What do you think? Well, I like it. I like what you got. I really don't think that Spire is going to be down for long. I just can't tell you what day we get our turnaround. The first big day in my calendar, the first big one, is next week, Friday, the 15th. That's a big day. A whole bunch of options that were unusually created, are maturing on that day. They expire next week, Friday. And I just have this vibe that the shares are being suppressed here for that day. And I really wonder if the street is going to put up a fight. Will investors over here, speculators over here, put up a fight with speculators that are over here? Now, the first group of speculators, they are showing their hand. They're playing poker, and they're playing poker like this. They're showing you their cards. We are short the stock. We have written call options. We have purchased puts, and we're making a killing right now. And as long as we can keep the stock under $7.50 a share, we will score huge money. That's the one team. The other team, they have their cards like this. And their cards are saying, if you wager enough money, you might be able to knock these guys off their perch. And by wagering enough money, what does it mean? You got to buy the stock at $6.17, $6.20, $6.40, $6.80, $7, $7.40, $7.60, $8, $8.59. You buy that thing all the way up there. All the resistance that they throw you, all the shares they try to hit you with to stop you, you keep buying up the stock. You run that thing up to that level, $8, $9. These guys are starting to lose money. These guys are now exposed to potential unlimited losses. Why unlimited? They wrote call options. Stock goes up, the calls go up. They got to buy them back. Stock has been shorted left, right, and center. If they have to buy back stock at a higher price than they shorted it for, they lose money. Unlimited losses. They're going to put up a fight to keep shorting and keep hammering this market to keep it down here. They're going to try to keep it under 750. That's the magic number for all these options to expire worthless. For every penny the stock goes up above 750 a share, each option contract goes up $1. It's a 100 to 1 ratio. $1 for every penny movement. Stock goes up $1. These guys are out $10, $100 a contract. Times thousands of contracts. We're talking some serious dough here. This stock goes up $5 a share to $12.50. These guys are upside down a whole bunch of money. All the stock they shorted is lower than that. All the options they've written from $7.50 to $10 to $12, all of a sudden they're in trouble with those. This goes to $15. These guys are down millions of dollars, millions, and they still have to cover up their positions. They got to buy back their stock. They got to buy back their options. They got to do rollovers. But to do a rollover, they got to buy all their contracts back that they written to write new contracts. And that depends if there are buyers for their contracts on the rollover, because these guys aren't trying to roll over 5 or 10 contracts. Like with you and I, where I talked to you about doing rollovers. These guys are talking thousands of contract rollovers. This is millions, hundreds of millions of dollars on the line. This thing goes up like that. These guys are in huge trouble. And I don't know how many there are. I don't know which firms there are. I don't know what brokerage firms they're using. I have no idea. But all heck could break loose on Spire with any kind of a buy wave of significance. But at the moment, I have to tell you, I am not seeing a buy wave on Spire. Now, it's not like it's time now to do it. This could all happen next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This could all happen in like 2 or 3 days. I have no idea. But it would be kind of cool if the stock started to surge now, because these guys would be nervous now. They'd be nervous for a week and a half. They would just be panicking until next Friday. Through the weekend, they'd have a tough time. They'd have a tough time handling the fact that, oh gosh, the stock's already moving and the volume is high and people are jumping into this thing and we're getting taken out. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But at the moment, it's not happening. We're at 616 on Spire, unfortunately. We're down 3 cents. 615 now, down 4 cents. 1.68 million traded. We need 10 million shares of trading every day until next Friday to really put the boots to these guys, because these guys are on the hook for probably several million shares, and they would lose a ton of money. But not for me to say if it's going to happen or not. I hope it will. There was not 1650 strikes forever. And Bruce, I was joking about you shorting it possibly, unless you are you? I don't know what you're asking me. I know what's going on. It's all good though, Andy. That's what happens, Frumbler. I'll send that stock right into the stratosphere here. British. I am now thinking of the comedy. Do not adjust your set. BW Uncle Bruce, your expertise is asked, please. I have 3 October 15 Rocket Lab $10 calls. Rocket Lab at $10. Okay. Do I wait and see what happens next week, or look into leaping forward for calls into next year on a good day like today? What should I do? The stock's up $1.47 to $15.38. He has $10 calls that are $5.38 in the money, so they've got some value. They're good until October. What should I do? Now, he has a lot of options on the table here. These contracts have value. Excuse me, October 15. So let's take a look. They expire this Friday. They're $10 contracts. They're sitting at $5.30 to $5.60. So there's really no book value on them. They're trading at no premium. They're trading at book value. There's no premium to them. So he's susceptible to stock goes up $1, down $1. His contracts go up and down $1. He is in the money, all the way in the money. So the idea now is you likely want to sell these, and if you want to still hold Rocket Lab calls, you might want to go out to December or January. You want to go out a ways. I would. Into next year would even be better, but you're going to then pick up probably $15 or $20 call contracts. You're not going to buy, or 50, 1750s maybe. You're not going to be buying $15 calls. Let me take a look at January 2022 just for fun. January, you can buy the 15s if you wanted to. Am I correct in this assumption? Yeah, the 15s you could buy right now at $2.50, $2.60. They're at the money-ish, 46 cents in the money. So, you could take the 3 you have, sell them, and buy 6 of these. Now you've doubled your leverage. You're at the money. You've got until January to make something happen. There's step number 1. Go further out, you can buy 1750s for $1.75. Buy 3 of those, pocket the rest of the cash, or put all the dough and buy these. You have about $1,500. You can probably get 8 of those. You have 800 shares of leverage instead of 300 shares of leverage. So if Rocket Lab goes from 1540 to 1740, these contracts will go up at least $1. Well, that's an $800 gain for you because you have 8 contracts. Again, if you're doing the 15s, you'd have, like I say, 6, and they will likely go up. They're $2.50, $2.60 now. The stock goes up $1 or $2. These will go up about 60 cents on the dollar, something like that, because they're in the money by 40 cents. They have a 210 premium. They'll probably carry a 110, 120 premium if they reach 250 in the money level. But yeah, you'll have a $375 $4 contract. You'll have 6 of them, $2,400. Right now you have $5,400, so, or $1,500. So that's one strategy. You could go further. You could look at April 2022, go longer term if you like. And if you did so, the 15s would run you about 3 to 380, probably 330, 340. You'll get 5 of them, maybe 5 of them for the money that you're getting for these. So you'll go from 3 to 5 with a $15 price. If you want to go to a $60 contract, you can, just 60 cents out of the money. They're at 3 to 340. The other thought too is, look, you can sell your stock, your contracts, and bring in this, $1,500 and $1,600 or so. And you can just buy 100 shares of Rocket Lab right now. You've got enough to buy 100 shares. And now consider if the shares reach the 20 level to become a writer of a call contract against your 100 shares. Or you have another option, and that, of course, is another choice, cashing out, taking the money, and writing a put contract, a cash secured put. Now that gets interesting because you could theoretically say here, I'm going to write a $16 cash secured put out until next year, April. I can bring in here about $6 a contract, almost $6 a contract. That means I'm paying $10 a share for Matterport. I'm offering to pay $10 a share for Matterport. I'm not Matterport, for Rocket Lab. Excuse me, Rocket Lab. So a $16 put, bringing in a $6 premium, you're on the hook for $10 a share. That's an idea. If you want to get a little more aggressive, you could write a $20 put, but you're going to need $2,000 in total money to do it. But if you did it, you'd bring in about $9, and you're paying $11 a share until next year, April. You come in a little closer, back to January, on writing a put contract, January the 21st, 2022. If you wrote a $16 put contract, you would bring in about $4.80 a share on a $16 write. So $1,600 of your money, you're going to bring in $480 in cash until January of this year, January 21st. If the shares stay above 16, you keep all $4.80. $480 is yours on top of the $1,600 you got. You now are at $2,000. You've just added 25% more to your money. So if you're bullish, you want to write a put. If you're longer term bullish, a little more aggressive, sell your contracts, buy the stock, and become an option writer once it hits 20, 21, 22. Or if you're very, very more aggressive than that, you sell these calls and buy calls further out in time, but likely the $15 exercise price. You might be able to go from, say, like we said earlier, from, say, 3 contracts to 6 contracts, doing 15s for December. There you are, BW. You got it all, and this is all learnable. This is what you can learn inside the lessons on how to do it, and how to analyze it and how to figure it out. So there you go. Scott, Bruce, hey, Bruce, how are you? How are you taking to the change in market hours? So it's 1 hour difference for us. I'm back to Creston time. That's all it is. I'm just back to Creston time. I get up at 3 in the morning. I start broadcasting at 5:30, just like in Creston. And it's all the same. The difference is that once we changed time, that 1 hour shift, I think I would have, how did that work? I would have gone up different. It doesn't matter to me. I'm in the Pacific time zone. It's not going to change. So that's the deal for me now going forward. I'm good, Scott. I'm good. Andy, good questions, Robert, because Black Sky is basically Rocket Lab Jr. Yippee-ki-yay. Howdy, Bagel family. Neat, neat, neat. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here. We have 17 minutes to go until we finish off the day here. Matterport and Rocket Lab are vying for second and third place for profit and loss in my portfolio. 30 to 35% profit loss range. Drops percentage-wise. Cheryl, hey, Uncle Bruce, loving selling puts. I sold my Matterport when it hit 20 pounds, and bought it back. Looking at selling a put for SoFi. April 2022, 545, $20 strike. What do you think? Is that a good deal? All right, SoFi is 1636. If you sell the put at 545 against the $20 strike price, you're agreeing to pay $14.55 for SoFi. $14.55. It's trading at $16.36. You get about $1.90 premium. So you're going to earn $1.90 premium on today's value at the moment. Now, if you do this and the shares back off a little bit, if the shares, go up a little bit, they go into the $17.50, $18 range, just a little move. These puts are only worth, at $18, they're worth $2 book value, and there's a $3.45 premium in there that you can earn on timed appreciation between now and April 2022. Take a look at December 2021 for the same strike price and see what those show you. Check them out. Check out also 1750s and see if they have any kind of premium of the. If you can get $2 premium on a 1750 for December, it might be a just as good a deal or better. But check it out. I like the Aprils. Check them out, definitely. All right. Now they have the dark pool to save them, says to Auntie. Austin, Aspire keeps this up, and I'll have to keep my piece of stuff. I'll have to keep my piece of, 2012 Toyota RAV4. I hear you, buddy. But you know what? You're only a trade away from greatness, and you never know when this can happen. No, I have some more loading it up to do tomorrow. Drop. Well, at least you don't have to downsize to a bicycle. That's true. There you go. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, ATIP ready to buy. Chart looks like a wedge coming to an end. Could go either way. Well, like I say, I keep thinking that the company, the people who run that company, who own the majority of the stock of that company, they have about 800 million reasons why they want the stock to go up. That's probably 800 million more reasons than you have, roughly, than what they want. They're more into it than you are. Into it. And so a new CEO will be put in there. I kind of wonder. This is just me guessing. I'm speculating with you right now. You think that a CEO, you think that they've approached a whole bunch of CEOs, potential candidates, and a bunch of them are saying no? The reason they're saying no is because, well, although I'd love to be the president of a publicly traded company, the problem is that this publicly traded company has all these lawsuits pending around it from all these, jack of all trade lawyers. Is that a problem? Or, on the other hand, is it that the group with the $800 million reason for they want the stock to go up, that group has been systematically going through all kinds of candidates, and what they're after is a specialized candidate that is adept at running a public company and also would not be so worried about these lawsuits. The CEO is a lawyer, him or herself, and is not intimidated by these frivolous claims that might be up against the company. Again, I'm throwing it up there, going, what do you think? I don't know. It's right now the stock 363 up 11 cents, so that's where we're at. Okay, still struggling to get to Rocket Lab, says Cheryl. Let's see. I meant skateboard. Cash him in. I think I'm going to invest with the guys on Hook. They seem to be making the money. No one is buying Spire. I don't know what this means either. Hook. I don't know what this means. Rocket Lab has been tough getting into lately, says Anti-PC. I have no less than 3 cash secured puts on it, hoping to get some cheap shares, and it's not playing along. Well, Rocket Lab is better, but it needs to be better than better. And 1550 is nice, but 1750 would be nicer, and I hear you there. Adam, yeah, Bruce said the shorts will be the Hook. I'm buying Spire, says Auntie. I keep on scooping up GameStop. We'll see. Auntie, or trying to anyway. Tomorrow I'll have fresh powder. Cheryl, Auntie, is it worth buying 15s on a down day and maybe getting assigned? Is it worth buying? Are you talking about writing 15s? Because you're not going to get assigned if you're buying. Or are you thinking of getting out of a position you're in? I'm not sure what's going on here. Free thinker hankering for a bagel. No reason that happened to any of you out there. I get a hankering every morning. All right. AMC starting to move. Alexander got an email at 3:24 p.m. from SoFi saying an important message from SoFi. I was hoping for a bank charter announcement, laughing out loud. Sure, Cheryl, I've started the wheel with Rocket Lab, and so far I haven't gotten a sign. Guess I'll keep the free premium, but I think I would rather the shares. Yippee-ki-yay. Uncle Bruce, I read on Twitter Spire shorting this one, Spire shorting this one through options as well. Currently 12.2 millions of pipe shares are about to be unlocked. S1 filed, waiting for effect. Can you please translate? I don't know. It's possible that as time goes by, once the shares break a certain dollar value and trade for a certain amount of time, sooner or later, more shares become available for trading. This is normal on newly listed stock. Whether they're IPOs, whether they're direct listings, whether they're SPAC listings, the end of the day, shares will become free trading shares in all public companies. This is why companies go public. I mean, there's a reason why companies go public. They go public to raise money from the markets. but they are also offering the investors who are putting up the cash to fund the company the opportunity to trade their shares any way they want, whenever they want, or use them as collateral against other loans or margin accounts. This is the deal. It's a deal. It's not like, well, we're going to go public and we're going to sell stock to all kinds of investors, but you people can't trade the stock. Only Bruce's viewers can trade the stock. No one else can trade the stock because we're going to tie it all up. We're going to put it all in escrow. We're not going to let anyone trade their shares except for Bruce's viewers. That's not how it works. So you got to give it some flexibility. But just because one is available or allowed to trade stock doesn't mean one does start trading the stock. In other words, I have 10 million shares and they're free trading now. I'm going to dump them. That's not how this works. The reason I bought 10 million shares through my hedge fund or pension fund or mutual fund is because I like the management of the company. I like their game plan down the road. I like the fact that they're going to get the bank charter. I like the fact that they are growing their membership like crazy. They got the SoFi Stadium with all kinds of press. I really like the company, and I think that this stock could really go a long, long, long way. Not go to $16 a share. That's not a long, long way for me. For me, a long, long way is 50, 80, 100, 150, $200 a share. That's what I'm thinking about, because I'm thinking in 2028, 2030, 2033. In other words, when the next manager takes over from my desk and starts managing these hundreds of billions of dollars that we have, including a couple of million in this SoFi thing, they're the ones who are going to decide what to do with this stock. I got us in on the ground floor, nice and cheap, nice and early. We're here forever because every month we have pension money coming in. Every month. I can't be selling all kinds of stock that I just bought 3 months ago, 6 months ago, because I have hundreds of millions more coming in every week from all these contributions that are being made to the pension plan. I have to invest that money, and anything I sell, I have to reinvest as well. I better have something to reinvest in, and there's no need for me to want to get out of SoFi. What do I need to get out of that for? No reason. This thing is going so much further down the road, and I'm going to be around for it because that's what this pension fund does. We invest for 10 and 20 years at a time. We don't invest for 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 months. You got to make up your own mind, know whether you can stand it or not. Can you stand it? Yippee-ki-yay. And what are pipes? The pipe investing is where SPACs make a deal to acquire or be acquired by a private company. SoFi takes over the SPAC. And SoFi and the SPAC have already negotiated with Wall Street, a third party, billions of extra dollars to come into the treasury along with the private company. So the private company takes over the public company. The public company issues a bunch of stock from its treasury to the Wall Street boys, and a whole pile of cash is sitting in the treasury of this SPAC company that will now be in the hands of the private company, SoFi. SoFi sitting on $2.4 billion from the SPAC closure months ago, and they just raised $1.1 billion interest-free on Monday this week. On top of that, SoFi is sitting on a pile of money, doing great. Wait, Cheryl, are you talking about buying $15 calls for Rocket Lab? Black X Pink, what do you think of Shiba, the meme stock? I have no idea what that is. Cheryl, yeah, I'd be wanting in on Rocket Lab, but SoFi looking tasty too. Thanks, Uncle B. Says Cheryl, thank you. What else is going on here? Fenville, hey, yippee-ki-yay, private investment in public equity pipe is the buying of shares of publicly traded stock at a price below the current market value, CMV per share. Fenville, Google it up, but once the S1 for the pipe unlock happens, tons of shares will be sold, tanking hard. Maybe yes, maybe not. Hence the price drop. Maybe not, maybe yes, maybe not. Cheryl, £5 donation to Bruce. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I appreciate the help. The SoFi $20 strike December 21 is $440, and the 1750s are $250. What do you think? Should I stick with April? So there you go. December 21 20s are $440, and the 1750s are $250. What should you do? Well, there you go. So the 1750s means that you're paying $15 for the stock. There's not a lot of premium there. The 20s, 440, you're paying $15.60 for the stock until December. You might want to go out further and get a larger premium. That might be the strategy. And if the shares go higher, you just buy the puts back lower anyway. And thank you very much. So there you go. Let's see. The tweet was 29th September, right before Spire tanked. Cheryl says, puts Flanagan, these lawsuit announcements are on half the stocks on Yahoo Finance. Are these law firms paying Yahoo for these advertisements? They are paying news agencies to post these announcements. They are paying to advertise the fact that they want to sue companies. They need customers to help do it. They need customers to do it. You don't sue a company without plaintiffs. They're begging for shareholders to contact them and join in a lawsuit. You know what that means eventually? You're going to be hit up for money if you join these guys. They're going to want you to fund their bankroll so they can sue someone for you. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And that's why these outfits keep coming up with, alert, alert, a filing deadline is coming up. The filing deadline is coming. It's all bunk. It's all make-believe. There is no filing deadline. There's no filing. This is all make-believe crap. These are lawsuits that are being created out of thin air because they think they can sue the public company for money. The public companies have insurance. They have liability insurance for just this stuff. The insurance that they have come with lawyers to defend them against this crap. It doesn't affect the companies at all. But people make a big deal of it. They go, oh, it's going bad. Oh, they're being sued. It's all crap. It's just all nonsense. John 2033, I'll be too old to enjoy it. Zach, SoFi taking that long slide down since 130 today. SoFi right now 16.42 down 20 cents. Rocket Lab up $1.47 to 15.47. We got 4 minutes to go until the close. We're up 91 on GameStop. We're up $1.50 on Matterport to 1978. Smart Rent is up 14 cents, and Spire is down a nickel. That's where we're at, kids. Oops, I bought more Spire at 612, laughing out loud. Either one is good, Cheryl. Of course, it would be cheaper to try Rocket Lab. To retail traders, most don't understand and the technicals, understand the term and the technicals Uncle Bruce has explained. They just don't want to be holding the bag, hence they're dumping first. And I want some of those $90 calls for February. Austin drops Family Garden to Spire was doomed as soon as I bought in 2 days ago. My bad. Cheryl, anti-PC, this keeps happening. I go for Rocket Lab and end up getting something else. Yippee-ki-yay, the explaining in plain English helps. Uncle Bruce rocks. Cam, anybody looking at Planet Labs? Not me. There you go. We're about 3 minutes away from the bell. We have the Dow up 326 points. We're going to have an update today. We got S&P up 33 points. We have NASDAQ up 143 points. United Health, the Dow Chemical Company, helping the Dow gain most of those points, or a good chunk of them anyway. U.S. Treasury yields hit the highest levels in more than 3 months as jobless claims sink and progress is made on the debt ceiling debate. Rates. 10-year note, 157.3. It's a nothing burger. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't even care about it. Makes no difference to what's going to happen in our markets. They're going higher. The markets are going higher. You know, Fenville says, yippee-ki-yay. Good thing is that most of us bought Spire option way out February 22, so we went through this tanking. There you go. Drops, just bought more Spire. There it is. That's what you got to do. $6.13 a share. This stuff is bargain cheap. It's unbelievable. I'm happy to help these guys lose $10 a share if I can at all avoid it. If there's any way to do it, when you buy the stock at $6.13, $14, and they end up buying it back between 16 and 20, lovely, 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 lovely. Because sooner or later, they got to buy back their stock. They have to buy back their stock. No matter if it closes under 750 on Friday next week or not, they have to buy back their stock. The question is, how easy is it going to be to buy it back if all kinds of small investors in the meantime are gobbling up all this cheap paper? They're putting it away, and they're not going to give it up at $7.50. You guys aren't going to sell it at $8. You're going to sell it $15, $20, $25. That's where you're going to want to sell it at, or you're going to write call options on it, because now you're going to buy 100 shares of this stuff, another 100 shares of this stuff. It goes to $20 a share, and you're going to start writing $2 and $3 call options against stuff that cost you $600. Hello? You spent $600 to buy the stock, and now you're bringing in $200 to $300 every month or so by writing options against the $600 investment. This is a return of gargantuan proportions. Thank you very much. This is where the shorters could get themselves in a big bit of trouble. M.E. Mao, my, can we get something, anything, something positive for the market to hear? This just can't be and FS shaking out weak, folks. Can there be any more to it, folks? I haven't sold my puts, any puts yet for SoFi. Wouldn't I want to sell puts at a lower price at the stock's currently trading at, so I don't get instantly assigned? Again, your call. They will trade for years before they get assigned. They can trade for a long time. I got a few $6 Feb 22 for $1.35 earlier. I'm feeling good, man. Farragon, Laugh Out Loud, filled 500, 611 just to beat the Drops Family Garden. Larry is telling me the bells are going. It's a gold mine out there. Farragon, darn, Laugh Out Loud. Thank you very much, says Andy. We've hit the bells. The markets are done. We're done for the day. Aspire 612 last trade. And guess who bought him? Farragon got him at 611. Way to go, buddy. Rocket Lab closing at 1544, 1546, right at the end of the day here, it looks like. We're now in the aftermarket, 1546. Dow closed up 337, S&P up 36, and NASDAQ 152 at the moment. New York City's office buildings lost 17% of their value during the pandemic. That would make sense. The Dow closes Thursday up over 340 points. It's up 1.2% for the week. GameStop closing at 172, up at 93 cents. Rocket Lab 1546. SoFi down 22 cents to 1640. Matterport 1977, up $1.51. ME down a quarter. Smart Rent up 16. Spire down 8. ATIP up 12. Sextera up 9 cents. AMC with a gain, 131. Robinhood down 22. Vanik up 316. Home Depot up 687. And International Business Machines lost 58 cents. Why IBM won. Microsoft up $1.74. Apple up $1.29. Tesla closed at $793. It did hit 800 today. Up 1086. Bed Bath & Beyond gained back $1 to 1550. BlackBerry up 24 cents to 960. Royal Caribbean down $1.20 to 88.87. It's backed off a little bit the last week or so. Those shares were in that 93 level. They got up to 94 something last week, and now at 88. So a little pullback has begun maybe on Royal Caribbean. Maybe it's beginning. Goldman Sachs gained 247 by the time it was all said and done. It eked out a small gain. Amazon up $40. Facebook down 442 to 329. Google $36 gain on the day. There you have it. More green than red as we are coming through it. And there you have it, kids. Interesting markets. Uncle Bruce, any reason why SoFi would not announce the back? No reason whatsoever. Is it possible it's priced in already? No, they don't have it, and it hasn't been announced. It hasn't not been announced. They don't have it yet. They will announce it the minute they get the second they have it, they'll announce it. I'm a market mover, says Farragon. I figured that out. Cheryl, whoa, just got another 5 calls of Spire. $5 strike expiring May for $2.10. There you go. Robert, couldn't help myself. About 100 more Spire. The more I read about the company, the more I like its potential. Oh, it's got a ton of potential here. Pick up Spire at 615, says Adventures with Duncan. Fenville, Cheddar Stacks, that would be ideal. Cheddar, the answer to your question is yes. Go for the strike around the 0.3 delta. Robert picked up Spire, 614. Huge potential on Spire, says Drops. Cheddar, yeah, laughing out loud. Y'all put pros. I really need to learn more. Andy PC Stacks, 30% or less. 30% or less. There you go. Okay. You got to make your move, take your position, hold your spots, and don't flinch. That's the name of this business, kids. You don't flinch. Once you get it, you got it. You hang on there and stick around and let her happen. Anyway, there it is. 337 gain on the Dow. We're S&P up 36, NASDAQ up 152. I'm just looking at CNBC over here. We got a gain. We've got a lot better vibe on the market now than we had yesterday or day before, so that's good. The lawmakers have averted a government shutdown, by making a deal till December. It's a kick the can down the road kind of deal. Kicking the can down the road. We'll see what's going on. The U.S. is likely to add 500,000 jobs in September. Here's what Wall Street is watching for, so we'll see if that comes through. We'll wait for that report. We are here to make money, but sometimes we have to wait for it to happen. That's the Warren Buffett secret. Just wait for it to happen, and there you go. Oh, gee whiz. SoFi in the aftermarket right now, 1640. No change in the aftermarket at the moment. We lost 22 cents today, unfortunately. Frustrating day for us there. ME in the aftermarket, down 2 cents to 773. Not much going on there. We've got GameStop closing at 172 today. 172.15 in the aftermarket. Not much happening at the moment. Waiting for any kind of news there. Would love to hear it. I'll tell you about it. If I see any news on GameStop, I'll tell you about it. You think I'm going to hold that back? Mm-mm. Not holding it back. SoFi 1640 final trade on the open market. 1640 here. We don't have a lot going on in the aftermarket. It is quiet, quiet, quiet. There you go. There you go. Rocket Lab 1552 up 6 cents. There you go. Okay. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Hey, Bruce, do you mind sharing your resources for information on the stocks we follow, news articles, etc.? I do the best I can. Try to give you a synopsis of what I gather up. I read a lot of different things all morning long, all night long, but I don't have time to list every article I follow. I just don't have the time for that. I just kind of gather it up and then give you a kind of a regurgitated version. Island Girl, just got your alert from 7 hours ago, Uncle Bruce. I had better service when you were in Creston. Island Girl, I don't know why you're not getting this info because the internet speed here is fast. People are telling me they're getting the messages, so I don't know what the deal is, Island Girl. Michael, in and out for me today. Thumbs up, then off to hang out with Tool Worker. Right on, buddy. Thanks, Michael, for being here. Robert, drops from the government. I totally agree. Auntie, I have a great and short video that really explains it well. Cheddar Stacks. Auntie, laughing out loud. Michael, Clay, for buying puts, what is the best timing to get in? For buying puts, what's the best time to get in? Do you buy at the top of a heavy run to cash in on a pullback? Buy when things are trading sideways and hope for a drop? It depends on how long the contract has to go. Depends how far in or out of the money you are. And of course, what you sold it for originally. If you've written the put, you're looking to buy it back. Look, if you're a momentum trader, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to sell a put contract, on a real down, ugly day like yesterday in the morning, we were down 450 points. I'm going to write a put contract here against whatever stock. And then on a day like today, we had a real run this morning in the first few hours. We had a real good up run. All of a sudden, you're noticing that the put you sold at $9 is trading at $6.50. You might step in there and buy it back at $6.50, not even holding it 24 hours, not even holding a position. And now you're on the sidelines with a trigger finger ready to rewrite that contract. You're waiting for that stock to back off on some profit taking, and you want to write it again. And you're looking for it to go back to 750, 850, 875. If it gives you that much, you sell it again and you take the position all over again. You've already scored a $2 or $3 profit on it, and now you're looking for another one. You might be a swing trader. Same thing with writing call options. You're writing call options on GameStop. Stock is having a nice little run this morning. Let's say it's up $5-6, and you write a call option that expires this Friday, just out of the money, just ahead of the money, and you're bringing in $4, $5, $6. And the entire objective is you want to buy it back later today. If the stock gives up $3 or $4 or $5 of a $6, $7 run up, give some of it back, you might be buying that call option back for $2 or $3 less. You had no intention of holding it till expiry. None. Your intention was to sell it high and buy it lower. And if you're doing 3 or 4 of them at a time and you can score a $4 gain on 4 contracts, that's $1,600. That's what you're after. Now, if you can get that in the same day, way to go. If it takes until tomorrow morning, well, then it takes until tomorrow morning. If you're writing a call for next week Friday, today's Thursday, contract has 8 days of life in it. You might buy that call back this afternoon or tomorrow afternoon or Monday morning. It all depends how the market gives it to you. Same with put contracts. You can day trade them. You can swing trade them. You still have in your back pocket a secret weapon that works for you. not anyone else, but for you. And what is that secret weapon? The clock, the time factor, the shrinkage of time. As time goes by, all of these contracts that you are writing must expire at the end of their lifespan. And if you're writing a call contract or a put contract that dies tomorrow, it dies tomorrow. Now, it dies in the money or it dies out of the money. If you write one for next week or the week after, you've got the time factor working for you as each day goes by. Even if you're wrong and the stock goes the wrong way for you, where the contract goes up in value, you still have the clock factor working against the upward movement of contracts, because premiums will shrink out and contracts will eventually only trade at book value. And if you wrote a contract for a book value plus a time premium, that time premium is your insurance against a mistake where the market is going the wrong direction. And ultimately, you can always roll over a contract anyway, even if the market does move against you for a while. So you have another weapon to protect you against a wrong move on a contract. That's why writing contracts is such a lucrative thing for so many who do it. But you have to learn how to do it. Go to my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Check out the lessons. I've got 10 of them for you. Check them out. Watch them one at a time. Learn how to become an option writer. Stick your toe into the pool. Write one contract against 100 shares in all the portfolios you have, all the shares you got. Write one at a time and just try it. Try it. See how you like it. Maybe the first one you write, you make money on. First one you write, you break even on. The first one you write, you watch it go up in value, and you lose money on. Except that your stock went up against the contract going up, so you made money anyway, or you broke even anyway. You buy the call back and you lose money on it. You write another call at a higher price for next week. You're going to make money on writing call contracts or writing put contracts, cash secured, if you stick around long enough to do it. You got to learn how to do this. Check out my lessons. Watch them one at a time. Binge watch them if you want. Every night, watch 2 or 3 of them if you got the chutzpah to do it. But learn how this works, and what I'm talking about on the air all the time will make more sense to you. You'll see me react to people's comments and you go, oh, that's what he means. Oh, I know what he means. Oh, that's what that is. That's what's going to start happening to you. And you're going to go, oh, I see what these guys are doing. Bruce's viewers are making money in the market, whether the market goes up or down or sideways. It doesn't matter. They're always making money. That's right. That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to make money all the time. We don't buy stock and hope it just goes up to make money. We buy stock and hope it goes up. We buy stock and write options against it. And if it stays level for a while, we make money anyway, holding it. If it goes down in value, we're protecting ourselves by writing contracts against it, or we have cash against stock we secured puts and make money that way. There are all kinds of ways to make money in this market. You got to learn them all. You've got to learn them all. If you're going to be serious about this market, you can't be a one-way trader. You are you're playing the market with one hand tied behind your back, and all these traders around you are wheeling and dealing and making all kinds of money, and you're losing out. You can't lose out. Check out the courses. Learn how this is done. It's worth it. It's worth it. A lot of folks here will tell you that. Just saying. Anyway, there you go. Thank you. Let's see. Cheddar Sex. I got on the Delta. I'm just trying to understand, like Cheryl's messages. Why do you want to sell puts above what it's trading at? Sure, higher premiums, but you're risking getting instantly assigned. Again, it's unlikely you're going to instantly assign, because people don't write. They don't buy a put at a premium to now try to exercise it. This is a loser for them. If you're writing a Rocket Lab $20 call option, a put option, a Rocket Lab $20 put, and you're getting $9 for it, anyone who buys that put and now instantly exercises it at 20 will instantly lose $5 a share, $500 a contract. There's no one going to do that. They're only going to exercise it in the last couple of days if they must exercise it. They really don't want to do it. They just want to play the market. They're just playing the market like you are. Let's get 1,000 shares of each SPAC play. Uncle Bruce suggested, and sit back and rake in the money. How about that? Hit new ante. I've been ignoring the sell put talk, but I'm realizing I need to get in on it. Cheryl, as far as I understand, the closer to 1 delta is the closer to the underlying strike price. Let's see. Here we go. Thumbs up, people. Help Bruce with thumbs ups. Cheddar, it's a win-win. You get the stock for a lower price if you're assigned, and the premium goes towards the cost. Exactly. You're the winner when you write. You're the winner right off the bat. You are ahead of the game the minute you write the correct put contract. You're instantly a winner. And you dare them to assign you. You dare them. I dare you to assign me this stuff. Go ahead. Make me buy Rocket Lab at $20 a share. I just got $9 to do that. I'm only paying $11 to buy this stuff. It's trading at $15.46. Go ahead. Assign me. I'm happy to pay $20 a share. I'm only paying 11. Any time of the day or night. Let's do this every day. I'll write a contract. You assign me. I'll buy them. Tomorrow, I'll write another contract. You assign me. I'm making $450 a day net profit every time we do this. Let's do this every day for 10 days in a row. I need the $4,500. Yeah, you want to be assigned. That would be great. No issues with your messages here, says Trish to the dish. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Cheryl Nanty. I can't post links here, Cheryl. Do you have somewhere I can send it to you? Good question today. Good question, Clay. He's talking about buying, not selling, Bruce. Andy, I don't see your videos on your channel. No worries, Cheddar. No, I didn't mean all the links to each article. You just meant the source. Do you prefer Motley Fool, Think or Swim? Yeah, I watch it all. I follow it all, Arco. I don't have 2 or 3. I have 20. I'm everywhere. And the video isn't there, and it's not my video anyway. Venville, I would do for the bloody days. Once it's a heavy run, I buy back. Okay. Let's see. What else is going on? Gregory, can someone clue me in on how to profit from holding Spire through options? What's the strategy and which of Bruce's classes can teach me do this? So, Gregory, you're talking about holding Spire. You're trying to make money on Spire by buying options. Is what you're trying to do. So, you're probably looking at my one of my first 2 or 3 lessons. Check out the website. The titles are there. You'll see that right away. I don't really have a channel. I think I got one in order to download a video I had at one point. Cheddar and TPC, what's the search terms that help me find it? I'm trying to get to my burner email right now. Fenville. Most of us here bought February 22 750 calls. Right now you could get the contract for 100, so your break even is 850. So there you go. You got me all excited about the video. Gregory, just do the opposite of what I do and you'll make money. I bought 70 Spire call contracts for February for 95 cents. Just do the opposite and you'll make money. Fenville. Gosh. Anytime from now to then, if the stock pops, your call option will turn a profit. You can cash out anytime you want. Let's see. You're doing better than me. I bought 20 contracts at 150 last week, but I'm not worried about it here at the moment. And here you go. How to trade? Yeah, you can do YouTube videos. You can look at different people's videos. There's all kinds of ways to do it. Let's see. Yeah, that would be lesson number 1 from Uncle Bruce. Buying calls, the first step into the option world. That's right. When Bruce says right, he's talking about selling. I fucking love Bruce. I dare you. Let's see. I found the video. Thanks. Okay, that great video. Love that guy. I had an epiphany after I watched it. He's brilliant. There you go, guys. There's all kinds of ways you can find the info you need. If you're watching my classes, you're going to see a 2-hour demonstration of how this works. 2-hour classes. We take it slow. We take it easy. We do it in plain English. You'll notice Jennifer being the moderator on my live classes. She handles all the questions from the students. She puts them together and gives me overall questions that I then answer on the spot. I'll stop the lesson right there. I'll answer her questions and I'll move forward. You watch my lessons, you'll quickly figure out how easy this is, but also how complicated it can appear to be, but how simple it actually is. And you'll get with the program. You'll begin to learn the terminology. You'll begin to figure it out for yourself. And then you'll understand, okay, I too can write options. I don't need 5,000 shares. I don't need $100,000 in the market. I can have 3, 4, 5 grand in the market, and I can write options. I can do this. This is doable for me too at all levels. You do not need $100 million account to write call options or write in the cash secured put options. And how to learn to do it is cheap, cheap, cheap. You can watch my classes. They're $100 a piece. 2 hours of info. You can watch them again and again and again. Once you buy them, they're yours forever. You can watch them as many times as you want. A lot of folks here have done that and have learned through this channel how these option strategies work and how they can work in a bad market, in a flat market, in a good market. There are certain moves you make on certain kinds of days. On down days, we write put contracts and we buy back calls. On good days, we buy back put contracts and we write calls. There's all kinds of rollovers and strategies in the middle of it all. Time is a big factor in this whole thing. Every Friday is payday around here. Begin to become a better trader, a smarter trader. Learn how this works, and I'll do the best I can. If you need a one-on-one consultation with me to help you through this stuff, send me an email. Send me a private email at brucefarmer@hotmail.com, and we'll have a chat. The links are all down below in the description on every video I make. You can find my email in every email, every video. Say hi to me and tell me, Bruce, I'd like to have a one-on-one with you to help better understand how this works. I'm kind of getting it, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to tell you what I think it means. You tell me if I'm right or not. That's what I'm here for. I'm happy to do it. Let me know if you'd like a one-on-one. Okay? If the classes work, if the lessons work, great. If the lessons do work, but you want more, hit me up. If the classes are just overwhelming, then talk to me one-on-one. It'll cost you more, but you'll get it quickly. I'll give you in 1 hour what you'll get out of 10 classes. I'll help you there. So there you go. Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining me again today. Again, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you being here every day with Jennifer and I. We're in Palm Desert, California. We're settling in here. We're getting more used to everything. We appreciate you so much for being here. We're looking forward to spending more time with you. Hopefully we can help you with how you're going to do on your investments. We can help you become smarter, more profitable investors. Thank you for joining this channel as a member. Thank you for renewing your memberships as always. We do appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs ups. We love those. 212 today. Keep those thumbs ups coming in and let YouTube know that this is where people should be hanging out if they want to learn how options work, how the market works in plain English. I'm more than happy to help you there. Matterport, 1982 in the aftermarket. We're up 5 cents, trying to get to that $20 level. Let's hope we have a big, big, fat pop tomorrow on the markets again as they stay positive and go higher, because there's a ton of money coming into this market and it's got to go somewhere and it's got to be invested. We could have ourselves a very good tomorrow and a good week next week, and that could make a bunch of you a lot more wealthy. And isn't that what it's all about? Isn't that what we're trying to do around here? That would be lovely. Thank you all for being here today and every day. I'll catch you tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. And don't forget, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock in the evening, it's trivia on this channel and on stock markets on Traveling with Bruce, TWB. If you're a channel member of this channel or Traveling with Bruce, trivia tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, live from Palm Desert. We're going to have fun tomorrow evening after another long week. Jen and I are thrilled to be here. Thank you, all of you, so much for being here. I appreciate it. Robert says, I bought lessons 1, 2, 3, 4, and I plan on buying the rest. I can highly recommend them. Thank you for those kind words, Robert. I appreciate that. That was some good learning you gave me, Bruce, and everyone. Thank you. Good learning. Thanks, Uncle B. I like making money, says Bama Babe. First new mistake I did was not focus on my buying power. 10 shares here, 10 shares there, 100 blocks is where it's at, right on Hockey Rink. We're working with you. Have a good evening, everybody, says Yippee-ki-yay. Have a good night, all. Catch me tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific Time for those of you out here in the West. We'll be up and running again, and we'll see if we can find a way to make some more money. No matter which direction the market goes, we make money. Simple as that. That's what we want to do here. Have a pleasant evening. Enjoy yourselves. Stay healthy for me. And we'll catch you tomorrow morning. I love you. Bye, all. Take care. Be well. And we'll see you real soon. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.